Are you 35 plus or 40 plus and you want to know how to improve your egg quality? Well, today's video, we're going to go over 5 things you should know about how to improve your egg quality naturally, no matter your age and no matter where you are in your fertility journey. I use these very things with my clients day in and day out to help them finally conceive after sometimes years of fertility struggle. So stick around. Hi ladies, and welcome back to Fertility Mom. Here on this channel, you're going to get all sorts of science-based and research-based natural fertility information to help you get pregnant no matter where you are on your journey. So if you want to see videos like this, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button down below, and the bell so that YouTube will notify you every time I upload a new video. So today we're actually going to go over how to improve your egg quality naturally. And I get this question a lot from countless women from all over the world every single day. So I know it's top of mind for you. And with my clients, this is something we work on every single day, especially if there's a history of recurrent miscarriage, failed IVF due to poor egg quality, or if they're 40 and above trying to get pregnant. Of course, we want to make sure that our egg quality is really, really good. However, all of these things are really important for you if you're trying to conceive, no matter where you are on your journey. So today we're going to go over 5 really important things that you need to know about improving egg quality. So let's get into it. One of the first things to understand about how to improve egg quality is what egg quality really is. Egg quality really means mitochondrial quality. And mitochondria are really super important. I could talk about them for days. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm completely obsessed with mitochondria. And that's because they are so important to the foundation of our entire health and our fertility. Mitochondria are the little guys in every single one of our cells that produces all of the energy that the cells need to do all of its jobs, okay? And that goes for every single cell and every single system in our entire body. When we're talking about egg cells specifically, egg cells have the most mitochondria in them than anywhere else in the body. Okay, more mitochondria in our egg cells than literally every other system. And that's because the egg has a really big job to do and it needs a lot of energy. But if our mitochondria are poor quality, they're not working optimally, they're under a lot of stress, there's a lot of inflammation, they won't be able to make enough energy. And this can mean difficulty getting pregnant or difficulty staying pregnant. It can also have an impact on our hormonal balance, our progesterone levels, and all of these other things. So it's really important to understand that when we're talking about egg quality, we're specifically talking about what can we do to improve the mitochondrial quality and quantity inside the egg. And it's really, really important. I want to give you tons of hope here. It is 100% possible to do that with natural diet and lifestyle changes that you can do right at home, okay? You have way more control over your egg quality than you may have ever been led to believe before. So now that you know when we're talking about egg quality, what we're really talking about is mitochondrial quality, we can now become strategic in what we do, okay? There's lots of lifestyle things that we can do to help improve the quality and quantity of our mitochondria all throughout our body. Remember, we can't spot treat just our fertility. We can't spot treat just our eggs. We have to take the body as a whole. All of our systems are connected. So we're going to get real specific about what we can do in implementing a mitochondrial strategy. And some of you may be thinking, oh, mitochondria, CoQ10, of course. And CoQ10 is an important part of this strategy in improving egg health, okay? I do recommend this to most, if not all of my students, unless there's some specific contraindication, which is very, very rare. But for everybody else, I really do recommend including CoQ10 as part of the egg quality strategy. But it is by no means the holy grail, and it is not the only thing that we can or should be doing. Which brings me to the second thing that you can do to help improve your egg quality, and that is to give your mitochondria and your eggs a clean environment. And what I mean by that is to start cleaning out a lot of the toxins and endocrine disrupting chemicals that are part of our modern everyday lives. Now, you're not going to be perfect at this, okay? You're not going to be able to get rid of every single endocrine disrupting chemical that you're exposed to. It's just not possible. But you can start to do things, little things here and there throughout your day that help decrease that toxic load on your liver and help to increase a favorable environment for your mitochondria. So when it comes to actually making a really nice, clean environment for your mitochondria and your eggs, that means that we need to actually remove a lot of these toxins from your daily lives. Again, you're not going to be perfect at this. There's still going to be things that you're exposed to, but what you can control, we definitely want to get rid of. This includes things like plastic water bottles, switch them out for glass or metal, plastic utensils in the kitchen, switch them out for stainless steel or wood, plastic kind of like kitchen containers, switch those out for glass. Plastic wrap is useful. However, when I work in the hospital and I see my colleagues put their food with a plastic wrap over it into the microwave and they warm it up and then they eat it, it literally gives me heart palpitations because they're warming plastic into their food and that's getting into their food, okay? So if you're one of those people who likes to put plastic wrap over your food and put it in the microwave to warm it up, that's something that we should stop forever because you're gonna kill me with it. No, but seriously, stop using that kind of plastic stuff, okay? That doesn't mean that if you are exposed to plastic or you touch plastic that this is gonna have a huge problem for you. But what we can control, like melting plastic into our food, warming things up in the microwave in plastic, drinking from plastic water bottles, we can control that stuff. So we want to get rid of that stuff. Also, in terms of the kitchen, nonstick Teflon coated pans are actually really, really bad for us. Those chemicals leach into our food at high temperatures, which we're using because we're cooking on them, and it actually gets into our food and it does have an impact on our egg quality. Tons and tons of studies showing that these nonstick pans, the chemicals that are used in them, are really, really bad for us. So I would get rid of all your nonstick pans and I would get cast iron instead. When it comes to your beauty products, hair care, toothpaste, okay, deodorant, makeup, lotions, and those kinds of things, you really want to steer clear of things that have phthalates and fragrances and tons of chemicals in them, all right? There's tons of apps that you can use to check your products and see what's in them. And I absolutely 100%, if you have fragrance listed on anything, that's gotta go. Just that one thing alone can have hundreds of chemicals in it, and it's not really all that regulated, and it can cause a really big problem. So you don't have to be perfect at this, right? You can just do little things here and there. But I would definitely take a look at what you're using and putting on your body daily and see if we can't remove some of those things and decrease that inflammatory, toxic exposure in your body, and that will make your mitochondria and your eggs a lot happier. I've even had clients that when we took a look at everything that they would use in a day, all of their care products, everything they would put on their bodies or in their bodies, anything with their food, all the stuff in their kitchen, when we took a look at everything and all their exposures and we started to strategically decrease their exposure, that was the thing that made the difference. Okay, that was the switch that we flipped for them to be able to get and stay pregnant. So I don't want you to underestimate the importance of this piece. Okay, toxic burden, the chemicals, all of these things that we're exposed to just in our daily lives that we have control over. It's really important that we take a look at that. So let me know down in the comments, what kinds of things are you thinking might be a problem for you? Or let me know if you have questions about specific things. Okay, so the third really important thing that you need to know about how to improve egg quality is that mitochondria need raw ingredients. So much like we need to have ingredients to make a recipe, our mitochondria need certain ingredients for them to be able to go on to make the energy that our cells then need. Our job is to make sure that we're providing those raw materials for our body and for our mitochondria. We need to make sure that we're actually filling in any nutrient gaps that we might have. And these are really, really common. You would be surprised at how common nutrient gaps can be, but I see them all the time in my clients. So we want to make sure that we're really filling those in, making sure that we're getting enough B12, zinc, folate, magnesium, choline, biotin, iron. We could go on and on forever. All right. We got to make sure that our mitochondria have exactly what they need to do their job optimally. And the best way to do this is to make sure that you're getting a huge variety of whole and unprocessed foods. And, we don't need to unnecessarily restrict what we're eating. Of course, there's a whole process to go through so that you can understand what it is you actually need to restrict, okay? Because there are some things for some people that we really do need to be careful with. But that's not, we're not going to blanket eliminate a whole bunch of food groups for everybody, because that's not what everybody needs. We want to make sure we're having a huge variety of food, fruits, vegetables, tons of colors, good quality meats and fishes, and all sorts of really great protein sources. These are all going to be things that help give your body all of those nutrients and fill those gaps that we need for our mitochondria to run really well. And of course, in addition to a really healthy, awesome diet, we're going to want to make sure that we're strategically supplementing with the proper thing. And this is going to kind of depend on you and your history. For instance, if you know you have the MTHFR variant, then we're going to have to start adding in additional folate, and it will depend on which variant you have. That will decide the dose and the type of folate that you get, because some people have issues with certain types. So we want to be strategic about that. But you're also going to want to have CoQ10, like we talked about, magnesium, probiotics, a bunch of different things. I encourage you to check out some of my other supplement videos, but don't be super haphazard with this, okay? Just because it's mentioned on a video doesn't mean that it's proper for you. So we want to make sure that we're being really strategic and we're being purposeful about what you're taking, so that you don't end up taking 47 supplements. And some of you are looking at you're looking over at your cabinet right now, and you're looking at all your pills, and you're like, oh gosh, I'm taking 47 right now. Listen, sometimes we need to be taking a lot, but if we're doing things in a strategic way, we should be able to get things primarily from our food first, and then tack on the supplements afterwards to make sure that we're really rounding out and filling every gap that there would be. The fourth thing we got to talk about when we're talking about how to improve egg quality is we want to make sure that we're having a balanced blood sugar. I cannot overstate how important this one really is. When you have imbalanced blood sugar, it means your blood sugar levels in your body are going up and down and up and down and up and down, and you're not having this just nice little bump after you eat. It's becoming a stress for the body. So imbalanced blood sugar is a stressful event for the body, and it causes inflammation, it causes free radicals and oxidative damage, which impact your egg quality. So if you're having lots and lots of imbalanced blood sugar moments, this is absolutely decreasing your egg quality. So in order to improve it, in order to improve our mitochondrial quality, we need to have balanced blood sugar. The best way to do this is to make sure that you're always eating protein and fat with every meal and snack. So that means if you're having an apple, have it with some peanut butter, okay? Strawberries with cottage cheese and crackers. If you're having a rice-heavy meal, make sure you're pairing that rice with a protein like chicken, fish, or beef, and a good quality fat like avocado, coconut milk, or any kind of fat that you're cooking with. So it's not about restricting and taking lots of things out. It's about making sure the balance is there. Protein and fat are fertility superfoods. So we want to make sure that we're getting enough of those in every day, but also making sure that you're pairing it with the carbohydrate so that your blood sugar stays balanced all throughout the day. One of the best ways to set yourself up during the beginning of the day for balanced blood sugar is to have breakfast with protein. So no really sugary cereals, no danishes or croissants. You gotta have a breakfast that has a good amount of protein, somewhere around the 20 gram range. And that really sets you up for having really nice, balanced, beautiful blood sugar all throughout the day. It decreases hunger, it decreases cravings. Now, if you're somebody who loves oatmeal, I'll let you in on a little secret that isn't a secret because it's published on PubMed. You can go look at it yourself. But there are actually studies that have been done that show if you start your day with oatmeal, which is just really carb heavy, it actually increases not only your blood sugar, but inflammatory blood markers and your cortisol, which is your stress hormone. So we want to make sure that we're not inadvertently doing something to our body and to our eggs that we don't want. Start your day off right. nice breakfast with a good amount of protein, around 20 grams, is great. And the fifth thing about how to improve your egg quality is to understand that stress management is key. When our body is chronically stressed, we increase inflammation, we have increased imbalanced blood sugar, we actually decrease our egg quality, and it can be one of the driving factors for poor egg quality. So if you're someone who is eating beautifully and you're taking all your supplements and you're doing all of these other things, and you notice that you might be really chronically stressed, this might be something for you to really take a look at. And I'm not telling you to just relax, and I'm not telling you to avoid all stress, because that's totally impossible. What we're aiming for is stress management. So get a little piece of paper out or your phone and write down a couple of things that you can go back to every day to help you manage the stress response inside your body. These can be things like exercise, meditation, grounding, EFT tapping, humming, chanting, singing. All of these things help your body move from a really stressed fight or flight state into a much more relaxed state. And this is something I could talk about again for a really long time, but I just want you to understand that it's not about just relaxing, and it's not about just, trying to decrease or take away all the stress in your life. It's really about managing the specific response that stress develops in the body. We can bring the body out of that stressful state into a much more relaxed state with using some of those techniques that I mentioned. So those are 5 things that you can use at home to improve your egg quality naturally. I hope you learned something, but I also want you to understand that this is just a small sampling of the 7,000 things that you can do at home to help improve your egg quality and improve your mitochondria, right? Oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed with mitochondria. I could literally talk about them for hours. But yes, you can absolutely improve your mitochondria. You can absolutely improve your egg quality. You can turn back the biological clock on your eggs. So if you're in your 40s thinking age is the most important factor, age is not the most important factor at all. All of these other lifestyle things are more important than your age. So I hope you learned something. Definitely pop down below and download my free fertility boosting guide that you can find on my website. Give this video a thumbs up for me, and also make sure you subscribe down below and hit the bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video. Definitely check out the other videos on my channel that will help you improve your fertility naturally and help you build your family. That's all for now, ladies. Bye.